The style is kind of like a cat. If you chase it, it runs. But if you let it come to you, so much the better, right? So your style is just a fancy way of saying your visual thumbprint. And it becomes abundantly clear once you have 5 or 6 or 7 of your own pieces that can sort of tell you what your thumbprint looks like. Hi, hello, welcome back. So, last time we talked about the importance of consistency, about making art every day and building that creative momentum, which is good. And the next step after that is trying to figure out what to make. Now, the easy thing is you can pick anything, because what's going to happen when you start making multiple pieces day after day after day, especially if you start with the same subject matter, you're gonna get bored, which is good, because then your creative instincts are gonna start to kick in and try to make it more fun for you, that actual process of making stuff. But B, a world starts to slowly take shape once you build out enough images of the same character or person or object in situation, right, in an environment. And so when I think about my practice and a lot of the slice of life work, what's called genre painting, when you paint scenes from everyday life, a world starts to become implied in the background, right? So I spend a lot of time painting portraits and figurative paintings of people from my life and in the home, in society, right, in personal moments and private settings. And what starts to happen, painting after painting after painting, you start to see this whole world implied in the background. So you don't have to spend all this time agonizing over getting this whole world right and then populating it with people. All you have to do is make one image at a time. Now, the other thing that starts to happen with this is pretty fascinating, is your style starts to become clear. The style is kind of like a cat. If you chase it, it runs. But if you let it come to you, so much the better, right? So your style is just a fancy way of saying your visual thumbprint. And it becomes abundantly clear once you have 5 or 6 or 7 of your own pieces that can sort of tell you what your thumbprint looks like. So you don't have to agonize over having a distinctive style. It will come naturally with practice. So part of my brand as an artist, the thing that I'm known for, is the way that I treat eyes in my work. But also, my last name is Salmon. So more and more I've had fun just doing as a little side practice, part of my art practice, is just painting fish heads. There's something kind of brutal about it, and also thinking about our relationship between food that is, especially meat, that we are so far removed from. We don't kill or skin it ourselves usually. It just is commercially available to us in stores. And so when I make these fish heads, it A, reminds me of my namesake. B, the eyes are such a part of fish heads, and of course think about my own vision with my artwork, continuing motif in my work. But then C, they're just so visceral. Not dissimilar to, there's a great Francis Bacon painting where he's sitting in between two big meat hooks with its cattle or its pig torsos hanging down. So that's what I mean when I say visceral. Like, it really is a lot to take in. So what we're going to do today is start to finish, from raw materials to finished piece. I'm going to continue practicing, building out more images until I have a bunch of fish head pieces. I think this is my second one. So I'm going to show you what can happen when you start with raw materials and then go to a finished painting and add it to your personal salon. Now, the last thing I'll say is, some folks don't know when you should make your own canvas bars versus when you should buy them from the store. So there's trade-offs to both of those things. When you buy from the store, it's similar to when you go out to eat. You're paying for the convenience of it just being ready to go, right? You're saving yourself that labor of doing it yourself. Now the other thing with that is, on the flip side, when you make it yourself, it costs you less to just buy the raw materials, but you're spending more labor, more energy and time making it. So there's a time-labor trade-off there when you do that. And sort of the deciding factor for me at the moment on whether I choose to make it myself, buy it at the store, depends on the dimensions of the artwork, right? Is the painting that I want to make a standard size, right? Is it 24 by 36 inches? Is it 16 by 20? If it is, I can save myself a lot of time to just go to the store and get it. Versus if I have a very specific idea for a 6 foot by 9 foot honkin' painting called Survey Course, which I showed you in another video, that's absolutely something you have to make yourself. A, because it's much too big for an art store to just sell you the bars or sell you the ready-to-go painting. And B, it's a very specific size. 6 foot by 9 foot is a long rectangle. So this is an important aspect to consider about when and how to use your time, because we only have so much time, energy, bandwidth as artists. So you have to pick your battles. Okay, let's go paint.